the video by Mhybe. A journey carried the dream forward. Let us start. Staygold winning the Hong Kong vase. Of course, he flew with his sprouted wings.
50 races, a career like a dream. Our Staygold witnessed the final glory of Major family, the rise and fall of the golden generation, the reign of the century and overlord, and the opening of a new...
That win never gets old. It's 25 years since that win has happened, and we're still looking at it. Well, almost 25 years, but we're still talking about it, watching it, and being in awe just as they were.
Ever after that. At the end of it all, Staygold finally claimed his own gold and stepped into retirement as a stallion. Last time we talked about Shadai was already overflowing with elite sire. Looking at the horses retire at the same time, TM All-Pro, Agnes Tachyon. These two were needless to explain. You look at Staygold, he barely won a G1 at the end of his career. So by the second crop, the number was declining. Qualities of the mares were low. But one day, a beautiful chestnut was brought to him. Her name was Oriental Art, not an elite racehorse, but still ran quite a lot on dirt. Her father was the symbol of Japanese long-distance stayer, the favorite of Sunday silence, Mejiro McQueen. This pairing is worth mentioning. McQueen had a long career. During that, McQueen was never eclipsed by the younger star and remained at the throne all time. Yet despite shower with glory, McQueen's career was plagued by injuries, partly because he was a chunker.
I mean, who wouldn't be a chunker with all those sweets? Look at that, you got a stack of pancakes, you got a melon parfait. I'd be a chunker too.
Offspring often inherited that size and suffered similar injury. So pairing his daughter with Staygold, who was famously durable, was a classic case of complementary breeding. What no one could have known at the time, this pairing would become the legendary Stayma combination. This horse, Oriental Art, would also become the matriarch of the Golden family.
Queen suffered from obesity tendencies IRL thanks to the major pastures. As an American, I can relate.
And brought this lineage to its greatest glory.
A dream of
2004, Oriental Art gave birth to a small horse. Because Japan was so fond of Staygold's Chinese name, Golden Journey, this foal inherited a name derived from the same word, Dream Journey. A tiny, compact body and a temperament that grew increasingly volatile. The first people who laid eyes on him all say the same thing.
Find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
Okay, I already see one. Give him. Okay.
They're the
I suck at those find the difference pictures. I'm so bad at them.
same picture.
A great empire always needs worthy successor to sustain its brilliance. Dream Journey was never the greatest of his family, but his place was still irreplaceable because he was the bridge that connected Staygold to the glory of his descendant. Without him, this series would just go. That is why, to truly understand Dream Journey, we must first understand a little more about the background he was born into. First, Dream Journey entered the care of Ike Yasutoshi. Who is this trainer? His father, Ike Yasuo, was that Hall of Fame trainer who trained Mejiro McQueen, Deep Impact, and most importantly, Staygold himself.
Damn,
Ike Yasutoshi abandoned his dream of becoming a jockey at a young age due to his height, and instead chose to become a trainer. In 2004, he opened his own stable. By sheer fate, one of the very first horses he trained was Dream Journey, a colt carrying the bloodline of the very legend his father once trained.
Dang, so he carried his father's legacy into the future. Man, when you think about it like that, really poetic.
From the very beginning, Dream Journey carried with him that uniquely deep bond found in racing. Now we look at the era he competed. Dream Journey was active from 2006 to 2011, a period often referred to as the winter of the sport for Japan. Public interest declined, attendance dropped, racetracks were shutting down, partly because Japan's economy was struck by a wave of crisis, the Lehman shock, the Great Earthquake, a shift in the political power, and horse racing was also impacted. If you read the forums from that era, many were convinced the sport was on a decline. But to understand this decline, we need to look deeper into the history. We all know Ugly Cap ignited Japan's second great racing boom. Riding on that wave, the star horses of the 90s pushed Japanese racing into an unquestionable golden age. But there's never a golden age that lasts forever. What followed after was a systematic decline that rooted deeply into Japan's economic bubble, the greatest economic disaster Japan ever faced. Anyone who knows about this will tell you, the bubble existed long before everything collapsed, yet many industries saw it as a normal cycle of a healthy economy. Horse racing was no exception. At the time, the JRA was flying high on the growing popularity. New fans were flooding, young jockeys were attracting female audiences. But beneath the surface, the economy was shrinking. Imported stallion reshaped the industry, driving many domestic breeders out of business. The warning signs were everywhere,
that's rough.
yet given the insane rate of growth, that bubble mentality of horse racing would not be affected by the economic downturn is so understandable. But eventually, the collapse was felt. For the first time in years, new fans stopped entering the sport. Remaining fans grew cautious in betting as the nation was facing economic uncertainty. Racehorse registration dropped.
You know, that's actually kind of weird when you think about it, because normally when the economy is in a bad spot, gambling and entertainment, the spending for both of those goes up. So it's a little surprising to hear that it also went down. I mean, it makes sense because, you know, with less money, people are going to gamble and spend less. But at the same time, usually how it tracks is those two go up during a bad economy.
Racetrack began shutting down. The industry that had once known nothing but expansion suddenly found itself trapped in a systematic crisis that no one knew how to fix. And just like that, the golden age came to an end. From the late 90s to the 2010s, despite countless generation-defining champions were witnessed, the decline was seemingly inevitable. Today, many regions around the world envy the financial stability of JRA. Few realize that, not so long ago, they were trapped in the same downward spiral as everyone else, and it was under this environment Dream Journey began his career.
The first
Unlike
dream
his father,
realized.
Dream Journey had success immediately. This is not Golden Spirit. In his third career start, he was thrown straight into a stake race. Despite a late start and the slow pace hostile to end closer, Dream Journey still finished a strong third. The team was happy with the result, so they put him into the 2-year-old champion decider, the Asahi High Future rated, and Dream Journey fell out of the stall right at the beginning.
最高スタートちょっとドリームジャーニー出負けしました
Fans' hearts sank into the water, and as the race unfolded, nothing improved. The result seemed decided. It was over.
No,
right?
never count Dream Journey out. Never.
先頭は11番の大隅大道内側にコースを取って先頭そして外側からマイネル・フォーグが果敢に挑んでいったさらにはローレル・ゲレイド今日は外から行く
Come on, Dream Journey. Let's go.
前の方はしかし固まっている
Come on.
固まっているさあペリーがこの直線どうやって挙していくのか先頭は大隅大道しかしここで変わったここで
They dare count Journey out.
9番のローレル・ゲレイドかローレル・ゲレイド
Never doubt the Stego dreams.
外からやってくるしかし2枚の
Woo! Look at him go! Go! Go!
No one could have
Nice.
imagined. With all the possible disadvantage, Dream Journey unleashed a furious charge, storming past every single horse's headwind, claimed the victory with the inherited golden burst. His final 3 furlongs were 34 seconds, a 4.6 seconds faster than the second fastest closer. Everyone else was slower than 35. Look up other races decided by closing speed. You will understand how big this gap is. Not only did the race give trainer Ike his first G1 victory at the beginning of his career, it was also the first G1 victory for a Stego progeny. Stego's offspring were considered very late bloomer. No one imagined the first G1 would come from the 2-year-old champion decider. But the people who
Look at that. Instantly just starts running wild as soon as he was freed.
were happier with the supporter of Majiro McQueen. This was the first G1 win by a descendant of McQueen. Almost overnight, people began sending McQueen's daughter to stay gold. Everyone was happy and they were expecting something more. Because at the same time Journey won the race, the most dominant champion of recent years, Deep Impact was preparing to retire. The top of the throne suddenly lost its owner. Who would become the next leading figure? Immediately make people look at the 2-year-old. This win ignited people's anticipation for what he might become. And under that weight, Dream Journey entered his classic year. For horsemen, no matter how brilliant a horse may be at 2, true greatness is proven in the classic season. So what kind of a generation was Dream Journey actually part of? Let's answer that while watching the Derby.
Derby! Every time I hear
To
Derby,
describe this
just makes me think
generation
of winning
going into
ticket.
the Derby, it was chaotic. First of all, Dream
Wait, I didn't realize this turned into a licking light bulbs video.
Journey's 3-year-old season was, well, let's not talk about it. His contemporaries weren't any better.
Victory, the Sasuke Show winner, only prevailed because the race unfolded perfectly in his favor. Before the race, he wasn't even among the favorite. The runner-up in the Sasuke Show was the same, so I'm going to skip him. The biggest favorite in the Sasuke Show lost so badly that people fully expect him to continue to be disappointing. The Aoba Show winner, Dave.
Also, goat. There was 2 cats, a dog, and now a goat. The cat gifts are spreading. Am I gonna have to be the counter and start using dog gifts?
Nothing like the previous champion, such as symbolic recess.
Therefore, going into the Derby, it was pure chaos that half of the fans don't even know who to root for.
What the fuck happened? What happened? What happened?
And eventually, the favor was given to Fusachi Ho, who had finished 3rd in the Sasuke Show, mostly because other contenders looked so unreliable that people were delusional enough to pick him. To be fair, his father was also Jungle Pocket, who
Okay, I was expecting Tamamo Cross to scream there because every time I see a Tamamo gif, it's Tamamo screaming. And for some reason, that makes me giggle. I don't know if that makes me a monster or not, but I can't help it.
only won in Tokyo. As a result, his odds were miraculously at close to even. Historically speaking, horses at 1 point something odds never lose in Derby. So under a very strange situation, people were betting on Ho-Oh with 1000% confidence.
No.
And then people witnessed a jaw-dropping,
Journey.
spine-tingling, awe-inspiring,
Come on.
deep impact-like performance from
Dream Journey, come on. Come on. Come on. Journey. Oh. Right, it's the Derby. Vodka. True. Well, I was cheering for Dream Journey, but you know what? I'll accept vodka as well.
Who would thought the one to win the Derby was not any of the male horses, but a female? And with
The
that,
power of
Dream
vodka.
Journey officially began the Steigo family
I love the lightning bolt mark on vodka's head.
tradition, being a race NPC, always present, always witnessing history, but rarely at the center.
Hello.
Dream Journey still pick up G2 under the guide of Taki Yutaka, but most of the time, the results were bad. Just bad. And just like that, another year passed, Journey was still struggling. People can't help to wonder, is this possible? He was not a late bloomer, but the opposite of that. A horse that peaked early and then faded. At
Journey, some generation as some monstrous mares like Vodka and Daiwa. Dream Journey truly was impressive. One of my favorites, but I'm also biased, so. But what can I say? I'm a Stay Gold clan fanboy.
the time, Journey's temper was getting worse and worse, and it was at this moment
What? Journey having a temper? No way.
Journey came across with that man, Ikezoe Kenichi.
The one who walks
Who
beside.
is Ikezoe? The fan of Taki Yutaka, the jockey who once rode Oriental R, Dream Journey's mother. A man, if you laugh at him, you will understand him, become him, and surpass him. At the time, Ikezoe was still somewhat of a newbie transitioning to be more experienced. Comparing to other jockeys rode on Journey, he was not at their level, but Ikezoe was a jockey with character. He had a long, complicated history with difficult horses.
Was this poor man just built to deal with the moody horses? Was that his fate? Is that what he was destined for? This poor man. Also, the yada yada monster always will be adorable.
逆に可愛いですけど
Yada yada yada.
大変ですよ世話してる方と乗ってる人は彼女もしたいですねいやきついでしょ
Hell no.
Because of that, he was willing to endure the troublemakers others refused to. But also thanks to those difficult horses, he was getting some nice results. Therefore, by fate, this classic anime pairing met together. At the time, no one knew this pairing would go on to define both of their careers. Their first test together was at the Yasutakine. This mild decision was suggested by Ikezoe, probably because Dream Journey had a fast pitch, and comparing to the Stayer who had a longer stride, this pitch style is more common to see in Sprinter and Miler. But of course, Journey once again became Vodka's backdrop for success.
Yep. Vodka was in her home turf, so makes
The next
sense.
two races went well, so the team entered the Tenno Show. This Tenno Show was remembered as one of the greatest Tenno Show ever, with less than 1 length among the top 5 finishers. Naturally, Vodka was there, so without hesitation, Dream Journey once again became the backdrop to another chapter in Vodka's legend.
Daiwa. And there goes Daiwa. And there goes Vodka. I just seen that. Daiwa Scarlet, number 7. Vodka, number 14. Dream Journey? Oh, somewhere. Oh. Let's go, 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 go.
Walking alongside Vodka and Daiwa Scarlet, his tiny frame made him look more like a mayor. At the Azamakine, he witnessed Daiwa Scarlet won as a mayor. And just like that, after getting clapped by both ladies, another year of being an NPC had passed. But a 4th finish was not bad comparing to his past 2 years. And in the very same year, another important thing happened. Oriental R gave birth to his full brother. At that moment, the Japanese racing had no idea this tiny chestnut would one day become the spiritual idol of an entire nation and lead Japanese racing into the Renaissance.
When the dream blooms.
As if to make his little brother proud of him, Dream Journey finally began to cook. The calendar turned to 2009. Dream Journey and Ikezoe continue to be meme material at the AJCC. Deliver a legendary commentary.
2番人気は去年の覇者エアシェイディ
That's when you know you've made it, when you transcend from the normal racing career into meme status. I mean, just look at Gold Chip and how much Gold Chip is memed.
置いてますます盛んな発災はアンバー社代以来史上2頭目の AJCC 連覇を迎えますさあどうなるのか
I like how he laughed and they didn't even do anything. They just walked by.
各馬一斉に揃いました。まずは正面直線コースをいっぱい使っての先行争い。さあ何が来るのか。さあ何が来た。さあ
Come on, Journey, Journey, Journey.
逃げた。さあ鼻を切ったキングストレイル、そして2番手5番のサンチェッペリンが行くのか。
Let's go, let's
ド
go.
リームジャーニーいつもの競馬だ。さあ全13頭第1コーナ
I
ーを
believe in Journey.
右に曲がります。そして内は、アルナスライン2馬身離れて内番ね、内枠7内は東証白子、そして外はなんだこれは。
The caster is having fun, isn't he? Is the commentator a comedian? I don't know, but he doesn't sound like a professional caster, so maybe?
東証白子か、外は東証白子なのか。ドリームジャーニーは11番ドリームジャーニーどこにいる。ドリームジャーニー上がってきたぞ。
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Journey.
ドリームジャーニー外からドリームジャーニー外を出して第4コーナーを回った。
Come on.
まだ
Come on.
キングストレイル逃げている。逃げたキングストレイルが逃げた。エアシェイディやってきた。
I mean, this guy might not be a professional caster, but you can feel his passion.
ドリームジャーニードリームおっとネバームションが来た。ネバームション2馬身離れゴールイン。ネバームションでエアシェイディは出てこない。エアシェイディは出てこない。そしてドリームジャーニーは大外回ったのに出てこない。
Okay, there we go. Not a professional race caller. He's just a comedian. Hey, I respect it. Sometimes you gotta mix it up and let a comedian get in there.
来ないぞドリームジャーニーどうしたドリームジャーニーは全然来ない
But after 2 defeats, Dream Journey actually claimed a G2. At the
Nice.
Tenno Show, his first 3,000-meter race after Kikasho, Dream Journey finished 3rd. Still no victory, but he finally began to reveal the true genetic nature of the Stay Gold line. Very late bloomer. And not only was Stay Gold a late bloomer, other names in the pedigree, Mejiro McQueen, Northern Taste, were all famous late bloomer. When we look closely at his pedigree, one name will show up repeatedly, Hyperion. And Dream Journey reflected the distinct influence of him, his tiny size, his constant growth, and his quick turn foot. After finally figuring out the horse,
golden
Dream Journey
burst.
truly came alive. The next goal was the Taklas Kinye. Before Dream Journey, Ikezoe had already won the race before, and with Journey now in best condition, the confidence was high.
スタートしましたまず揃いました14と先行争いであります
Hunts in 2200 meter generally favor horses closer to the front, but due to the mobility from Hyperion, Dream Journey could advance position at the corners, while others could only do that on the straight. In short,
Let's
the
go,
ideal
Journey.
track for him. Everything went smoothly as planned, and at
Come
the
on.
end, Dream Journey unleashed his inherited golden spur, claiming his second G1.
Nice. Let's see it.
先頭は桜メガワンダ
Oh, look at that. There he goes. The golden spurt. Activate. And then zoom. Ooh, look at that lead. Nice.
At the Tenno Show, Dream Journey was defeated by Company, but Tokyo had never been his ideal stage. The camp set their eyes on this year's finale, the Arimakine.
Yeah, isn't it Tokyo racecourses the Stay Gold clan doesn't do too well with? I remember hearing that somewhere.
Since it is the all-star race Arimakine, it's necessary to understand who was competing, how
Borrowed Dad's wings look like it with that golden burst.
strong the classic generation that year was. Looking at the 3-year-old, they felt similar to Dream Journey's generation. The classic generation was considered weak at the time, but on the other side of the classic, a monster had emerged. The brilliant daughter of Special Week, Buena Vista. Her
Oh.
ability was unquestionable high. Her luck was
childhood friend.
unfathomably bad. Just the race before Alima, she provided one of the most famous or infamous race.
I like the music. Buena Vista entered this race as an overwhelming favorite. The cat. Yep. And then the mistake where they let the front runner stay in the lead for too long, and although Buena Vista tried, just they had too much of a lead and the ground couldn't be covered in time. I remember seeing this race.
With a little luck, she could have become Japan's first 10-time G1 champion. But she just kept pulling out in unthinkable ways, which is why this Arimakine carry a clear
The cat gifts, they're spreading, slowly taking over.
narrative. Is this the chance Buena Vista declare herself the best in Japan? Or are we going to see another close loss from her?
激戦の小場の位置か第54回有馬記念スタートが切られましたドリームジャーニーは後ろ
The
に下が
gate
りました
opened. Buena Vista followed the pace. Understandable, given how she lost in her previous race. Haunted by that, the new jockey locked into the pace.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, her luck was poor.
Oh
The
no, what
opening
happened
pace
now?
was ferocious. The finishing time of this year's Arima is only behind Zeno Rob Roy, and the first 900 meter flew in 52.2, a disaster pace for the front runner.
Oh, I'm assuming she gassed out then.
Meanwhile, Dream Journey, who stayed at the back, was perfect, entering the final final turn, the horses in the front began to fade. Journey was climbing up and up with his pitch. The victory was close. However, Buena Vista truly lived up to her reputation as one of the greatest. Even under a suicidal pace, she was still able to navigate effortlessly. And in the stretch, the golden
Let's
spur
go.
ignited.
Let's go.
Which of them will win? Is history being made or the dream coming true?
Oh, come on. Let's go. Ooh, it's looking good for Journey, but Buena Vista's holding. It's looking Dream Journey. Man, that was good.
Dual Grand Prix in the same year. He was late to the main stage, but he finally stood in the center. Not only did this victory made Ikezoe an Arima jockey after a long time, trainer Ike was also blessed with such a dream start for his career. From the journey of goal to the journey of dream, Stay Gold's potential was also being
Man.
realized at this moment.
動いた行きたいとこですよね。
あそこをやっぱり我慢したのが
Oh,
馬を信頼
look
して
how
る
happy he
と
is.
見えましたよね。
The dream
Unfortunately,
left
this
behind.
Arima Kinyan was his final victory. At 6 years old, Journey's temperament grew increasingly difficult. At the Taklasa
side
Kinyan,
eye.
he was still seen as a favorite, but a poor start destroyed any hope when the race began. Witnessing
That stumble.
another member of the Gold family dedicated this upset to his human mother. But that is a story for the next episode. By his 7-year-old, Dream Journey's younger brother had already taken Japan by storm. Perhaps Journey sensed that
golden
his role was
tyrant.
finished. He stopped fighting. The camp, seeing that his competitive fire had completely faded, chose to let him retire and leave the stage to the future generation. After retirement, Dream Journey entered the Shadai station. Unfortunately, leaving only 168 foals on the racetrack. But among them, Wild Eisen, who inherited the family's unyielding strength through an endless cycle of injury and combat, found his way back to the track again and again, each time racing against an entirely new generation of rivals, but
Man.
always giving everything he had that might be his last run. A figure many came to see as a 21st century Tokai tale. His story was actually very emotional, but let's put the focus on the fun side, because the Stego family always deliver entertainment. The first counter mine is Up to the Moon. You might be thinking, what's this? It's just a very exciting horse.
No,
Well,
it's the words in the background. It just looks bad.
Up to the Moon is a gelding.
Well, no one's gonna top that.
How was he able to be this exciting when he was a gelding? Not only did he win the race, after that, it was speculated the horse he was excited for was an 18-year-old horse, around 70-year-old for human age. Another entertaining horse.
No, it was words in the back, guys. Totally words in the back. It wasn't what you guys think it was. Trust.
Many people recognize is through 7 Seas, Journey's best daughter, and it was because of her this moment was born. Many first noticed her in the Taklasa Kinyan, where she partnered for the first time with Ikezoe. As mentioned before, Taklasa typically favor horses toward the front, but the 2023 unfolded at a fast pace, flipping the advantage.
Maybe you should zoom in and confirm. No, it's fine. I'm an expert and I could tell.
To the closer, simply because this field had a monster. As the race got to the end, Equinox, the invincible horse that year, getting closer and closer to W. Through 7 Seas, suddenly charged from behind.
ジェラルディーナと追い比べ、外から9番のジャスティンパですが、3番手から2番手、この内から
お
ブルーセブンシーズが襲いかかって2番手、しかし先頭はイクイノックスタゴールイン。
Wow.
What is this horse doing here? Even she was interrupted, she still was the only horse in 2023 that closed Equinox into half a length. That was the moment many people truly saw her. After that, the camp made a bold decision to enter the Arc. At the time, Japan's passion for the Arc was declining after years of disappointment. People were saying to the team,
I will be there when Japan wins the arc. Not in person, but I will be watching because it's bound to happen at some point and I shall watch it.
why send a G3 horse? What are you thinking? Did you not see what happened last year? We haven't even have a horse made it to top 10 and then again. I'll just show the reaction.
Go, go, go. Man.
She silenced the doubter again and reignited the passion for the art.
That
Just
is
when
a
everyone believed
crazy
she was
golden
ready
burst.
for greatness at the Alima. As long as a good draw, fans were blessed with that legendary meme. Mocking Ikezoe, understand Ikezoe, become Ikezoe, surpass Ikezoe. Dream Journey's limited offspring did not disappoint their father. Each of them carved out a dreamlike journey to the future. Now, Dream Journey himself has completed the journey inherited from his father, leaving behind stories and trophies. If Dream Journey had never existed, Stay Gold might never be remembered as a stallion. If Ikezoe had never met him, perhaps he would never become a Triple Crown jockey. If Dream Journey had not shone so brightly, the Triple Crown Orphev might never have been born. The path Dream Journey walked left marks behind, marks that opened the door to the era of gold. And so, this great journey, from the journey of gold to the journey of dream.
I like how they're all walking past. Lucky Lilac kind of glances at the camera. Phenomena kind of glances at the camera. But Gochip looks directly at the camera and poses for it. Perfect artist rendition of exactly how this would go.
Had just begun.
That was good. Another amazing video by Mhybe. Really, really enjoy it. Mhybe always with the amazing videos. Man, I remember when Mhybe, I think when the first video I've ever seen of Mhybe, he was only at like 100 subscribers. And now look at him. Super impressive. Nice job.